Hello everyone! We are happy to see you again for a new Burda style video. Today we will be presenting the Model 2C, which can be found on the cover of your magazine Burda Easy number 3 for May to June 2022. Learn how to make this light and airy dress that is perfect for summer. It will be particularly appreciated when the temperatures start to rise. This model has a relaxed, breezy cut, which makes it super easy to wear. The sleeves and ruffles also come in several lengths to create 3 variations of the model. It is also best to use a light, natural fabric for your dress. Ours is a green double gauze and 100% cotton, which you can find on the website of our partner C. Poly. When it comes to supplies, you will need matching thread, a safety pin, pins, a sewing machine needle, a hand sewing needle, basting thread, sewing scissors, a tape measure, chalk or a pencil, a pen, a ruler, a tracing wheel, Burda style tracing paper, interfacing, and an elastic band. You can find the dimensions for the elastic in your magazine. Remember to take your measurements and compare them with those found in your magazine. This will allow you to find the perfect size for you. Now cut out pieces 1 to 6 from the pattern sheet and place them on the fabric according to the cutting layout. Trace piece C on the fabric according to the dimensions indicated in the magazine. Then transfer the pieces and add the seam allowances and notches found in the pattern's instructions. I am using a tracing wheel and tracing paper to transfer the notches and seam lines onto the opposite side of the fabric. Before I remove the pins from my cut pieces, I carefully position the paper underneath the fabric and run the tracing wheel along the pattern and over the notches. You can find more details on this in the tracing paper's instructions. Now cut out the interfacing for pieces 5 and 6 and iron it onto the wrong side of the fabric pieces. I am using the Experience 570A sewing machine from Elna for sewing and the Elna Extend 864 Air Overlocker for the edges. Now, let's start the first step, the back pleats and yoke. I place the back part with the right side on top and fold the 2 pleats by following the direction of the arrow indicated on the pattern. Here, I pin them, but you can baste them if you'd like. Then I place the yoke on the back piece, right sides together. Now I pin the seam, stitch at notch 1, and secure each end with a back stitch. I neaten the allowances together and press the seam towards the yoke. Second step, the shoulders and facing. I neaten the shoulder seams at the back and front and place the front and the back right sides together. Now I pin the shoulders, stitch them starting from notch number 2 and press the seams open. I then place the front facing on top of the back facing right sides together, pin the shoulders and stitch from notch 3. Now I press the seams open and top stitch the outer edge of the facing. I pin it on the neckline of the dress and pin the allowances, making sure the shoulder seams match up. Then I stitch the neckline and trim the allowances by half. I clip the curves and the center front up until the seam. I press the allowances inward and then lay the facing on the dress. I attach the facing to the shoulder seams of the dress with a few stitches by hand and top stitch close to the neckline. Now, the third step, the side edges of the dress and the ruffle. I neaten the side seams of the dress and ruffle. I place the front of the dress on the back, right sides together, and pin the sides. I stitch starting from notch 4 and secure the ends with a back stitch. Now I press the seams open. I then place the ruffle right sides together, pin the sides, stitch, and press the seams open. I stitch 2 parallel lines along the top edge of the ruffle to gather it. The first line is a ½ centimeter from the edge and the second one is 1 centimeter from the first line. I leave the threads long and hanging at the beginning and end of each stitch. Now the fourth step, the sleeves. I neaten the sides and the bottom edge of the sleeves and fold each sleeve in half, right sides together. I pin the allowances and stitch, starting at notch 5. Then, I press the seams open and press the sleeve hem inward. I stitch the sleeve edge to the width indicated on the pattern and leave a small opening of about 5 centimeters under the sleeve to thread the elastic band through. I cut my elastic band in half and then thread it through the opening with a safety pin. I stitch the ends of the elastic after I tried on for size. Then I close the opening with a few stitches. Now I pin the sleeve in the armhole right sides together and pin the allowance, making sure the sleeve seam, the side seam, and a notch 6 all match up. The notch of the sleeve head must also match up with the shoulder seam. I sew the sleeve to the armhole, neaten the edges together, and press the allowance inward. And the last step, the hem and the ruffle gathers. I neaten the hem of the ruffle, press it inward, and stitch it at 1 centimeter from the edge. To gather the top edge of the ruffle, I pull on the 2 lower threads of the stitches I previously made until it is the same width as the bottom edge of the bodice. I then tie the threads together and distribute the gathers evenly. I place the ruffle on the bottom edge of the bodice and pin the edges, making sure the side seams match up. Then I stitch the allowances, neaten them together, and press the seam up. And now you have a beautiful dress to wear! Share your creations with us and other sewers on our social media. This month you can find a video tutorial for the jumpsuit also found in the May to June 2022 issue of Burda Easy. Let us know what you think! And feel free to share, like, and comment on our videos. I'll see you soon for our next model. Burda Style would like to thank and recommend its partners Elna and C. Polly. Thank you for following us and see you soon with a new Burda Style tutorial.